Discipline wins every single time. Let's get one thing straight. Your dreams mean nothing if you don't have the discipline to back them up. The world is full of talented losers, gifted failures, and smart people who never made it because they couldn't control themselves. You want to win? You want to be the best? Then you better understand that discipline isn't just a tool. It's the foundation of everything. Weak men hate discipline because it demands effort. Winners embrace it because they know it's the only way to dominate. Every second you waste, every excuse you make, every time you choose comfort over grinding, you're losing. And the worst part? Nobody cares. The world only respects results. So if you're not disciplined, you're already irrelevant. Discipline is what separates the elite from the average. Look around. Most people are lazy, distracted, and weak-willed. They chase quick pleasures instead of long-term power. They complain instead of working. They blame the system instead of outworking it. But the 1%, they operate differently. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. Motivation fades. Discipline stays. When you wake up at 5 a.m. while everyone else is sleeping, that's discipline. When you push through pain when others quit, that's discipline. When you say no to distractions that would derail weak men, that's discipline. And that's why the elite stay on top. They don't hope for success. They enforce it through relentless discipline. Discipline is the ultimate weapon against mediocrity. Most people live their entire lives in the gray zone, never failing hard, never succeeding big. Why? Because they lack discipline. They half-ass their work, their fitness, their goals. Your mission is the only thing that matters. Money, power, respect. These are the things that last. Women come and go, but your legacy? That's forever. The moment you put a woman before your purpose is the moment you lose everything. She should be a bonus to your life, not the focus of it. If she's not helping you win, she's in the way. And anything in your way needs to be removed. No hesitation, no regrets. You think you'll never find someone like her again? Good. You shouldn't want to. You should want better. And the only way you'll get better is by becoming better. Stop lying to yourself. Stop pretending she's worth another thought. She had her chance, and she blew it. Now it's time to make her regret it. Not by begging, not by crying, but by winning so hard that the next time she hears your name, it's attached to success she can't touch. Hit the gym until your body is a weapon. Stack your money until your bank account is a fortress. Build your empire until your name carries weight. And when she comes crawling back, because they always do, you won't even remember why you cared in the first place. She is not worth it. Never was. Never will be. The only thing that's worth it is the man you're about to become, the foundation of everything. You will ever achieve in life rests on one non-negotiable principle. You must value yourself first. This isn't some weak self-help mantra, but the brutal truth that separates winners from losers. Most men fail because they seek validation from external sources, women approval, social status, or material possessions. They build their entire sense of worth on unstable ground that crumbles the moment those things disappear. A man who doesn't value himself inherently will always be at the mercy of others' opinions. Discipline is non-negotiable. You don't get to pick and choose when to be disciplined. It's not a switch you turn on when it's convenient. It's a lifestyle. You either live it or you lose. There's no sometimes discipline. There's no when I feel like it discipline. You're either all in or you're out. And if you're out, you'll never know what you could have been. Weak men negotiate with themselves. Winners don't. They don't debate whether to train, to work, to push harder. They just do it. Because discipline isn't a choice for them. It's the law. And if you want to win, it has to be the law for you too. Discipline wins every time. Not talent, not luck, not connections. Discipline. It's the one force that guarantees success if you apply it long enough. The problem? Most people won't. They'll give up when it gets hard. They'll fold when they're tired. They'll quit before the breakthrough, but not you. Not if you understand what's at stake. Every second you spend building discipline is an investment in your future dominance. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're stepping closer to victory. So the question is simple. Are you going to be like everyone else, undisciplined, average, forgotten? Or are you going to enforce discipline, crush your goals, and win? The choice is yours. But remember, discipline always wins. The only question is, will you? Most people think freedom means doing whatever they want whenever they want, but that's not freedom. That's slavery to your impulses, undisciplined. People are prisoners of their own bad habits. They wake up late, they waste time, they chase short-term pleasures and then wonder why. They're stuck in life. True freedom isn't about doing what feels good in the moment. It's about doing what's necessary to build the life you want. You can't fly with eagles if you're scratching in the dirt with chickens. The ultimate test of self-value is what you tolerate. A man who values himself has zero tolerance for disrespect, disloyalty, or wasted potential. He doesn't make excuses for poor treatment or stick around hoping people will change. He walks away from anything that doesn't serve his growth because he knows his worth isn't determined by others' opinions. This unshakable self-assurance becomes your superpower in every area of life. When you stop negotiating with your standards, the world stops testing them. Value yourself first and watch everything else fall into place around that iron. Principle: the moment you place a woman before your mission is the moment you lose everything. Weak men make this fatal error daily. They abandon their goals, chase affection, and wonder why they end up broken. A high-value man understands that women are meant to complement his life, not become it. Your purpose, your grind, your empire. These are the non-negotiables that demand your full attention. When you shift your focus from building to begging, you've already lost. She might provide temporary comfort, but lasting success comes from relentless focus on what truly matters. The world's most powerful men didn't get there by obsessing over relationships. They got there by being obsessed with winning. Every second spent worrying about her mood, her texts, or her approval is a second stolen from your destiny. Time is your most valuable asset, and she's burning through yours like it's worthless. While you're stuck analyzing her mixed signals, your competition is out there making moves. While you're waiting for her to reply, your rivals are closing deals. The harsh truth? She doesn't care about your potential. She cares about what you can provide right now. But your potential is everything, and it requires undivided attention to unlock. Distractions cost more than money. They cost legacy. The choice is simple: temporary attention or permanent success. Physical distractions are obvious, but emotional distractions are deadly. She might not be physically present, but if she's living rent-free in your mind, she's still controlling you. A distracted man makes mistakes in business, in investments, in critical decisions. Your mental clarity is your greatest weapon, and she's clouding yours with unnecessary drama. Strong men compartmentalize. They handle their responsibilities first and entertain relationships only after the work is done. Your mission doesn't care about your feelings. It demands action regardless of your emotional state. The ability to focus despite temptation separates champions from losers. Financial distractions compound faster than interest. Money spent impressing her could have been invested in your future. Opportunities missed because you were too busy chasing tail can never be regained. Wealthy men understand that every dollar and every hour must serve the bigger picture. Broke men prioritize pleasure over progress, then wonder why they stay stuck. Your bank account reflects your priorities. If it's not growing, neither are you. Women naturally gravitate towards success, but you can't build success while distracted by temporary validation. Financial freedom comes from saying no to distractions and yes to delayed gratification. Social distractions masquerade as connections. Weak men surround themselves with people who enable their distractions instead of challenging their growth. Your circle should amplify your focus, not dilute it. Every person in your life either pushes you toward your goals or pulls you away. There's no middle ground. High performers eliminate energy vampires who thrive on drama and distraction. When you're building something great, you can't afford to be dragged into meaningless conflicts or trivial pursuits. Your environment must be engineered for success, which means removing anything that doesn't contribute to your mission. Energy distractions drain more than time. They drain your life force. The mental exhaustion from unnecessary relationship drama could have powered breakthroughs in your career. Strong men protect their energy like their life depends on it, because it does. Every ounce of focus wasted on her nonsense is an ounce missing from your hustle. Peak performance requires peak energy management. You can't pour from an empty cup. The most successful men aren't necessarily the smartest. They're the ones who best conserve and direct their energy toward what matters. Distractions are energy leaks. Plug them or stay weak. The ultimate test of discipline is walking away from distractions without looking back. She'll try to reel you in with attention withdrawals and emotional manipulation. Don't fall for it. Your future self will thank you for every moment you chose your mission over momentary pleasure. Legacy isn't built by men who chase women. It's built by men too focused to notice who's chasing them. When you stop making her a priority, she'll either step up or step aside. Either way, you win. The choice is yours. Remain distracted and average, or stay focused and become legendary. The path is clear. Now walk it. The cold reality you need to accept right now is that every moment you spend thinking about her, every ounce of energy you waste wondering, what if? Every second you dedicate to someone who clearly doesn't value you is actively stealing from your future. She's not just some innocent bystander in your life. She's an energy vampire sucking your potential dry while giving nothing of real value in return. The proof is undeniable when you're honest with yourself. How many opportunities have you missed because you were distracted by her? How many workouts have you skipped? How many business ideas have you neglected? How much money have you failed to earn because your mind was clouded with thoughts of someone who wouldn't do the same for you? These aren't rhetorical questions. They're the accounting of your weakness, the balance sheet of your misplaced priorities. The numbers don't lie. And neither does that sinking feeling in your gut when you realize how much you've sacrificed for someone who wouldn't cross the street for you. This ends today. Not tomorrow, not after one last text. Right now. The moment you finish reading these words is the moment you take back control. No more negotiations with your self-respect. No more compromises with your standards. No more excuses for someone who has shown you exactly who she is through her actions. The weak man reads this and thinks, but maybe, while the strong man is already deleting contacts, blocking numbers, and redirecting his focus to what actually matters. Which one are you? The answer determines everything about your future. Your transformation begins with brutal honesty about what she truly represents in your life. A distraction from your greatness. An obstacle to your success. A test of your discipline that you've been failing. Every time you've checked your phone hoping for a message. Every night you've spent overanalyzing her words. Every compromise you have made to keep her interested. These are all symptoms of the same disease. Valuing someone more than you value yourself. The cure isn't complicated, but it requires surgical precision. Cut her out completely. No staying friends, no checking in, no orbiting her life hoping for scraps of attention. Complete removal. Total focus on your mission. Anything less is self-sabotage disguised as sentimentality. Real winners don't keep backup options or safety nets when it comes to their standards. They burn the bridges to mediocrity and force themselves to move forward or drown. This is your moment of truth where you decide once and for all whether you're serious about your potential or content to remain another forgettable guy who let a woman derail his destiny. History remembers kings, not court jesters. Which will you be? The most powerful realization you can have right now is that she needs you more than you need her. Not for your attention, not for your validation, but for what your absence will force her to confront about herself. Women don't remember the guys who begged. They remember the ones who walked away without looking back. Your power isn't in chasing. It's in becoming so focused on your purpose that her absence becomes irrelevant. Imagine 6 months from now when you've rebuilt your body, stacked serious money, and leveled up your life in every way. Every rep you skip, every hour you waste, every excuse you make is another brick in the prison of your own making. Discipline is the key that blows the doors off that prison. It's not about motivation. It's not about inspiration. It's about showing up every single day and doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. That's how real men operate. That's how winners are made. The path to greatness isn't complicated. It's just brutally simple. You either have the discipline to do what others won't, or you'll be forced to accept what others have. Those are your only two options. There is no middle ground. There is no just getting by. The universe doesn't reward good intentions. It rewards action. It rewards consistency. It rewards those who understand that discipline isn't a punishment, but the ultimate form of self-respect. When you master discipline, you master your destiny. Anything less is surrender. I'm not here to coddle you or tell you it'll be easy. I'm here to tell you the raw, unfiltered truth. Discipline is the only thing standing between you and everything you've ever wanted. Not your circumstances, not your background, not your luck. Just your willingness to outwork, outlast, and outperform everyone else in your path. The choice is yours. You can either rise to the challenge and claim what's yours, or you can make excuses while someone else takes it. But remember this, history doesn't remember the talented, it remembers the disciplined. This is your moment. This is your wake-up call. The version of you that you've always imagined, that unstoppable force of nature, is waiting on the other side of discipline. All you have to do is reach out and take it. No more delays, no more excuses, no more weakness. The time for talk is over. The era of action begins now. Get up, get to work, and never stop until they have no choice but to acknowledge your greatness. Because discipline doesn't just win sometimes. Discipline wins every single time. Now go prove it.